Almost every engineer building agentic systems has learned that the hard problem here is not actually the models. It's the context engineering, getting the right information to the models. Context engineering has even become kind of a buzzword lately. But at Glean, we've been focused on this hard problem for 6 years. Let's talk about how Glean makes it a breeze to get enterprise context into the places you need it. Steve, since buzzwords get so hand-wavy, can you break it down? What does Glean actually index and what does it model?
For sure. For us, the enterprise context is a permission-aware, continuously updated model of your company's data. So people, content, activity, projects. So retrieval and reasoning reflects a broader understanding of your organization. Indexing is just the mechanism to ingest the data. The enterprise context is a graph that can understand the relationship between things like Jira tickets, product requirement documents, and code, and understand that they all link up to the same project. This is what makes it super helpful versus needing to make those connections myself and pinpoint the exact tool and location.
That's really helpful. I think some examples would bring it home even more. Sama, you work with our customers here at Glean. Could you tell us a little bit about how this applies across different industries?
Yeah, it's a great question, Tony. And we're seeing that no matter the function or the industry, context is really key to getting work done. So one of our customers is a global tech consulting company. And for them, the enterprise graph helps them understand their customers better in the context of historical interactions and past work so that they can deliver client solutions faster. On the other hand, we work with a large construction management and general contracting company. They need enterprise context to connect things like drawings, contracts, RFIs, and experts so that teams can reduce coordination gaps and keep schedules moving faster on their major projects.
Wow, those are great use cases. So really, every industry needs some type of unified data platform for AI. Can you tell us how using something like Glean is different from just accessing that data directly at the source?
Yeah, it's about ease of integration. Everything is located and accessible from a single place, so you don't have to gain access to each source of data individually.
Absolutely, Steve. I work with a lot of companies that could build something in-house, but instead they all choose to use Glean because we've already dealt with integrations. We've dealt with permissions enforcement, the unified document model, enterprise relevancy signals. And so now for these companies, they can really improve their build experience because we've already taken care of all of the plumbing when it comes to accurate and relevant context.
But every company has an MCP server. Like, why do we even need the enterprise graph? Doesn't MCP just solve this problem?
Yeah, having an enterprise graph allows you to optimize that context retrieval, whether through MCP or any other means. This means that making a single MCP call to Glean rather than orchestrating multiple calls over dozens of disconnected tools and servers. Many MCP servers often need the name and exact tool and data location, but they often don't know where the data is located. Additionally, that's just basic extraction, not understanding relationships between the disparate data. Because Glean pre-processes data and exposes it via MCP, that retrieval is optimized.
So what are the ways that customers actually can access the enterprise graph through our platform?
Yeah, you can build through various integration points like the search, chat, and agents APIs, the web SDK to embed Glean, libraries like the Glean Agent Toolkit, and MCP to bring Glean where you work.
Exactly, Steve. And so maybe to flesh that out with some examples, a leading data and AI platform provider is using our APIs for their sales team to automate tasks like creating personalized email drafts and custom account plans. We also have a global travel marketplace that's embedding Glean through our web SDK into their intranet, so that now, as employees look at HR policies, they can ask benefits questions directly to Glean. And then finally, a trusted real estate marketplace company uses our MCP server in their IDE so that engineers can have context like Jira tickets and design docs always at their fingertips.
So many valuable use cases. And Steve, I know you're not just building this for those use cases, you're building it for yourself too. Tell us how Glean MCP helps you work faster in your IDE.
Yeah, for sure. Context engineering is a big part of agentic coding, and I use Glean to get the context right in my IDE. In the past month or so, I've really found it helpful when fixing Jira bugs, using product requirements documents to proactively plan a feature implementation, and then also cross-referencing technical documents with their implementations to make sure we've captured the right details. I even put together a demo of one of these cases, checking my progress against code and the original technical requirements.
Can't wait. Let's see it.
So first, Glean administrators need to make sure that they've enabled the Glean OAuth authorization server and the MCP server. And we've actually spent quite a bit of time optimizing the installation process for end users. So if you click on your profile in the lower left-hand corner, go to your settings, and then to the install page, we've actually embedded an MCP server configurator in this page. You just select your host. In this case, I'm selecting Cursor. And then Cursor supports one-click installs. So I just click a button, and then it installs the server directly in my IDE. And I just want to show you how easy it is to authorize that MCP server. So I'm prompted for authentication. I'm already authenticated, so I'm just going to authorize the MCP server by clicking this button, and we've got our tools connected. And now I just want to show you a quick demo of cross-referencing that technical document with an implementation. So in this case, I'm actually using the real technical RFC that described the MCP server that we implemented and cross-referencing that directly with the implementation itself. And what I want to do is help it identify the delta, and so that we can fill those missing bits and pieces in to round out our MCP server. And of course, this is just one specific example, but we're really excited to see where you all figure out how to use the MCP server.